Foreign Policy Canada just absolutely got roasted over the weekend. They say dissenting voices disappearing from your feed. The phone calls coming from inside the house. It might not be an accident. Some foreign regimes silence critics through takedowns, legal threats, and intimidation campaigns. Learn their tactics and think before you share. Um, that's from Foreign Policy Canada. I have public order emergency commission documents. I actually tweeted them back to them where the PCO, so the Privy Council office, the chief bureaucrats around the prime minister, which would have been Justin Trudeau at the time, were getting Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter at the time, I believe, to pull down convoy related posts for hate. Now, we all know what hate is to the Liberal government. Anything they don't like, obviously. So, as I said, the phone calls coming from inside the house. It's a little bit rich for these guys to be bringing in. Oh, why is my flag moving? Cat. It's a little bit rich for these guys to be bringing in Bill C9 and then complaining online about foreign governments doing that, which they are doing to Canadians by policing their online speech. So yeah, these are the PCO documents. These are evidence. These were sitting in evidence. I tried to appeal these redactions. They said, we can't. They're transitory, which means they're not important. So why did you redact them? But if you show the one thing that they didn't redact there, if you want to click on that and zoom in, the one thing that they let in all their black redaction censorship was, hey, we reached out to these platforms to censor Canadians.
You know, this is astounding, and I love the phone calls coming from inside the house, a fantastic reference to a little low-budget Canadian movie gem, Black Christmas, that came out in the early 70s. I won't say anything more. I don't want to spoil it if anyone hasn't seen it. But, you know, Sheila, the important thing here, as you said, this censorious crap is going on before the passage of Bill C9 into law. Can you imagine what it will be like when the government does have that mandate? And clearly, we know what's at play here. They've bought off the mainstream media. Now they got to go after the dissenting voices out there, i.e. the independent press, and anyone who has a conscience going on to social media. So the carrot has been replaced by the stick.
It's worse than that because it's not just them censoring you on social media platforms. Bill C9 will criminalize your speech. Particularly, It will criminalize your speech inside of your own church.
Correct.
So if people want to learn more about that, sign our petition, they can go to protectreligiousfreedom.ca. But we already know, like, misgendering someone will land you in front of a human rights tribunal in some instances in this country. So that's enough to ruin your life, mess you up for a long time, and quite potentially force you to pay onerous fines and pay for your own prosecution. But this now criminalizes your speech. And not just criminalizes your speech, criminalizes speech that has historically been protected. So, you know, a priest in my church talking about transgenderism and how it violates the first commandment and the fourth or fifth commandment, depending on where you are on the Protestantism, Catholicism scale. If that could be criminalized, and then you could have priests arrested. Right now, they can already get in serious trouble for counseling people against their certain sexual predilections. This can criminalize the things they say from the pulpit.
This is incredible, Sheila. And I mean, if misgendering is going to actually be a formal crime, I guess I'm due for the electric chair. I mean,
straight to the slammer.
You know, I'm so sorry, folks, but when I see a guy, you know, or let's say a person with the genitalia of a penis, and I call that person a man as opposed to a woman. Well, I guess I'm a heretic in Mark Carney's Canada. But then again, this is a prime minister who has a daughter pretending to be his son. So that's the template moving forward, it would seem. Did I just say something that might get me in trouble with a human rights tribunal?
Well, and also in trouble on YouTube, please. So let's just
Uh-oh.
dial her down.